Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to Comic Book Nostalgia. I'm CB Nostalgia, and I thought we could talk a little bit about that Black Adam trailer. Well, as many of you know, we got a brand new trailer yesterday for Black Adam, and boy did it reveal some incredible details. We're obviously in store for a pretty interesting movie, which is going to see Black Adam face off against the Justice Society. And Dr. Fate, Cyclone, Hawkman, and the Black Adam really all do look great. Now, it was revealed in the trailer, and many of us knew this already, that Black Adam was not the villain of the movie, nor was the JSA. But the real villain would be the demonic Sabbac. I wanted to take a couple minutes to talk about who Sabbac is, where he comes from, and some of his comic book history, because he has some really interesting comic book ties to the Shazam / Captain Marvel mythos. Now, the villain known as Sabbac has a couple of different versions in the comics, but I actually think we're getting the most updated version of the Timothy Carnes-based character. Now, the original version of the character goes all the way back to 1943. He's been around for a really long time, and made his first appearance in Captain Marvel #4 and was created by Otto Bender. His original origin story tied him very closely to Captain Marvel Jr., and overall, he didn't appear that many times in Fawcett Comics. The original version of the character was actually a Nazi who used a book of black magic to summon the 6 demons that provided him his powers. After the massive DC Crisis event, the character was reimagined. He actually returned to DC Comics in Outsiders Volume 3 number 7 in February 2004. This new version of Sabbac was actually brought together by Judd Winwick and Tom Rainey. And again, I really like how they improved the look of the character. I mean, let's be fair, the original Sabbac was a little corny. Not only did the character get a new and revitalized look in the current version in DC Comics, but he also got a full-on new origin story, tying him even closer to Captain Marvel Jr., he's Freddie Freeman's foster brother, and tying in Dr. Savannah, who played a critical role in the demonic possession of Timothy Carnes. Now, the interesting thing about Sabbac is he has a nice little tie to the Captain Marvel mythos. As many of you know, DC's Captain Marvel speaks the word Shazam, and this is an acronym for the 6 gods that give him his power: Solomon, Hercules, Atlas, Zeus, Achilles, and Mercury. And for Sabbac, well, the same thing. Now, his powers come from the dark forces of hell, and they are purely demonic, and the names fit perfectly. His 6-letter acronym stands for Satan, Am, Belial, Beelzebub, Asmodeus, and Kratos. And each of them empower him in different ways. The S gives him the invincible strength of Satan, basically providing him with superhuman strength. The A is the indestructible body of Am, and gives him accelerated healing and invulnerability. B is for the wisdom of Belial, giving him superhero knowledge. The next B is for flame powers of Beelzebub, and that gives him pyrokinesis and a thermal blast, both of which I think we saw demonstrated in the trailer. The A stands for the evil courage of Asmodeus, which gives him basically an indomitable will and superhuman stamina. And then finally, the C stands for the flight of Kratos, which is obviously the power of flight, but also superhuman speed. So as you can see, he's almost a full-on equivalent to the Shazam magic-powered characters of the DC universe. Now, I don't think he's ever faced off with the Black Adam. And obviously he has a different approach than Captain Marvel and the Shazam family. He's only been in the comics a handful of times. He's not a super common villain. So I do believe he will be altered a little bit for the movie, probably the origin story, and this version is likely just to be the Carnes version of the character in name only. Now, how this all plays out, we'll have to wait and see. I actually suspect the character will be so powerful Black Adam will have to team up with the JSA, and that'll be the final showdown and how they part paths as, well, friends. The choice of Sabbac is pretty bold, and I am really looking forward to seeing this showdown between Black Adam and the demonic villain. Now, obviously, we're going to cover everything Black Adam in the next couple weeks, including a review, so if you want to get all your Black Adam news, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and don't miss any of the updates. But until we know more, what do you guys think? Are you excited to see the Black Adam face off against Sabbac? And were you familiar with Sabbac's comic book history? Tell me what you think in the comments below. If you like this video, make sure you hit like, click subscribe, and if you don't ring that bell, you won't get any updates. Peace.